And there we have it. Sorry about my playing on that intro. I just laid down a little backing track using this guitar, and this is what this video is all about today, this fella. And it's on my trio pedal, and that provided, it's a looper, and it provides a bit of bass and drum as well, just add a bit of flavour to it. And that's how I do a lot of my practice. And as you can hear, I need to do a lot of practice. Anyway, I'll just wind the volume down on this. Today's video is all about this guitar, a Westwood Strat copy. I did look up these. I did promise to do this video after my last video, which I used this guitar in. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to keep this video quite short, and that's my aim on most of these, and I hope they prove interesting. I looked up Westwood guitars, and all I could find is they're made in India, and they only seem to make acoustics now. Now this fella, I got for £40. You can't argue with that, can you? And all I had to do is put new strings on it, and set the intonation a little bit and cure the very, very crackly pots and the noisy switch. Fairly typical of old guitars. Now I think this is probably late 90s, 2000s. If anybody knows anything about these, please put in the comments below, because I'd like to find out a bit more about these particular guitars. When I did a search, I only came up with one other guitar, electric one, Westwood. It looked the same as this, but it was a left-handed one. Anyway, over on to the specs of this. Solid maple neck, no scarf joint, absolutely beautifully made. You just don't get necks like this on cheap guitars normally. There's no sticking out frets, no sharp bits. The tuners are really good. I mean, it's all budget, but it's really good. It holds tune well. The fretboard is definitely, I would say, Indian rosewood. There's obviously some controls over the use of the rosewood now, and a lot of cheaper makes have gone over to using laurel, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a perfectly good fretboard, but to get a guitar that cheap with such a good neck, unbelievable really. Okay, the pickups, I don't know if they're anything special. They seem quite hot. When I swap between guitars, the volume seems to be quite well up on these, so I think they're quite well wound. I don't have them set too high. Nothing special about the pots or switch. They're just pots and switches. They work okay, especially once I clean them. And I promise I'll do a short video on how to set up second-hand guitars or pots that have gone noisy and stuff. I'll do that fairly shortly. Back to this, the body, I think it's basswood. I don't think it's ply. When I took it all apart, it looked pretty solid. And basswood is just one of the cheaper, fast-growing hardwoods that a lot of cheap guitars use. And it's perfectly good. Tell me what you think about it. Don't tell me what you think about my playing, because I'm still learning, and I want to stress that I'm still very much an old git, just still learning. Anyway, that's all I know about this guitar, and it shows that if it's to you, if it seems good, it feels good, it plays good, then it is good, irrespective of what's on the headstock. And I don't care about cheap guitars. I think some of them are really good. I like to compare this to a real Fender. Now, this probably is going to be nowhere near close. And I'm not saying it will be, but check your second-hand shops really, because 40 quid can't really go wrong. Anyway, please click subscribe so I can keep you informed of more videos. I've got quite a few interesting ones coming up that I want to share with you, which I hope prove useful to everyone really, but especially people like me, old gits, or people still starting out and learning. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up soon. Bye now.